Welcome to this Coping with COVID special. It is now mid-June, so British summer, and the rain is pattering down. You may hear it pattering on the roof. Very pleased I put some new roofing felt on up there a few weeks ago. I wanted to reflect on where we are now in the COVID crisis. Someone said to me recently that they thought that everyone was suffering from low-level depression. Now, whether that's true or not, I think it's a marker. We still have this awful virus with us, with no real solution yet. I know there's some ideas, but nothing concrete. And it's done awful damage to so many people in terms of bereavement and taking time and energy from them. We are now moving out of lockdown, and I think that has actually made things worse, because at least in full lockdown we knew where we were. Now there is uncertainty. What am I supposed to do? What can I do and what can't I do? Confusion. And that actually makes things worse. I mean, I hope it makes things better, getting economy moving and all those sort of things. But I think we are in a really difficult time now. And I just wanted to connect with you in this and hopefully point to a way forward. Let me tell you a story. When I lived in Thorn, I knew someone who bought some land to set up a market garden. The land around Thorn is very good, the soil's good. Until a few hundred years ago it was sort of boggy swamps, and then it was drained to make farmland. But you can have good land, but you need water. And this field was actually some way from the river, so you couldn't get water from that, and mains water is expensive. But this bloke knew that if he got someone to drill down, he would tap into some soft sandstones, which are an aquifer, and there was plenty of good water just for the pumping up. If you're interested, it's the same sort of sandstone that you would come across at Nottingham, Permian desert sandstones. If you've been to Nottingham Castle, you've seen the sandstones there. Softish, porous sandstone, good aquifer, similar sort of rocks. Geology over. So here we are at this difficult time, desperate time. How do we find resources? I think we need to do what this bloke did. We need to drill down to the aquifers, to the sources of water, of refreshment in our lives. So what are your aquifers? And maybe you need to spend time reflecting. What is it? It could be family, it could be friendships, it could be interests. You could connect with something that fired you in the past. Reconnect. Things will have moved on perhaps, but find a way of reconnecting. Or it could be that your aquifer has something to do with a life of faith. And obviously that is of interest to me, but I want to suggest that in a very open way. You know what has been significant for you, and I think you need to find the way of connecting with it. How can you drill down to that aquifer? I think I just want to reassure you that God is not vindictive. He doesn't say, well, you've been ignoring me all these years, so I'm going to ignore you now. That is not how God is. God is loving. If I can share an image, it is the prodigal son, not his going away, but his coming back. He comes to a desperate state. There's a famine. He's feeding the pigs. It's an awful job. And he says, I'd be better working as a servant, a slave for my father, than here in this other country. I will go back to my father. And the father is there looking for him, and he runs out to greet him and welcome him and embrace him and give him the signs of being back part of the family. Yes, there are consequences of what he's done in the past, but it's about welcoming back. Welcoming back. So, if there has been a time of significance, of faith, or whatever for you in the past, maybe now is the time to drill down and reconnect with that. It is actually an amazing time to reconnect with faith through the internet. We're staggered by the number of people who, well, I'm staggered by the number of people who watch these videos, but our church services. Dip in, see what connects with you, because there are all sorts of different expressions of faith, and some you will find you will warm to more than others. All sorts of different. Try them out, see what you connect with. We are in a time of great difficulty, where we as individuals need to find resilience to carry us through. Because if we as individuals do that, then we as a country, we as a world, will be able to find a way of getting through the huge challenges that are ahead of us. I think that's probably the other thing that I ought to have mentioned at the beginning. And that is the sense of the challenges that are ahead of us. A huge recession for the world seems to be very much on the cards. We need resilience to see us through this. I think we're only just beginning to recognise how difficult it all is. We need to find whatever it is that is going to resource us. So I hope and pray that this will have inspired you to find resources for you, and so that you can be a resource to others in the days and weeks to come. Thanks.